outstanding infrastructure, outstanding budgets, and outstanding entrepreneurs.
My name is Bomber,
And I'm Chris.
and you're listening to This Week in Sedgefield.
On Sunday for the Oyster Festival, I'm going to be going to the classic car thing. You know the one there at the
At
market?
Scarab.
Yes, at Scarab. So I'm
What a
actually
good idea.
I'm quite looking forward to it. Do you think there will be an oyster?
Oh, I don't know. I know there's going to be Jaguars.
Oh, okay,
And
nice.
there's going to be Mercedes, I think.
Plenty of those. The plural of Mercedes.
Yes,
A
yeah.
few of
Mercedes.
those.
There's going to be
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be oysters. There's beer tasting and wine tasting and pairing.
After a few of those, they can put pretty much anything there, and
Anything
people just
will be
assume it's oysters.
The world's your oyster.
Oh, there you go. Well done. I'm kind of excited about this Oyster Fest, having looked at all of the events and the Edge from the previous edition, and just seeing how much has actually been poured into it. I mean, the boards that are up, seeing a bunch of the traffic coming through, it feels like, I mean, maybe it's just my impression.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. How do you think it's looking?
There's a huge amount to do, which is great. It's what's Neisner needs, Neisner including Sedgefield, of course.
Yes.
Obviously, the carte blanche story earlier in the year put a bit of a damper on numbers of tourists.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping this is, I'm hoping this is our sort of coming of age, our relaunch, not coming of age, our relaunch. I was at an opening thing for the Oyster Festival last night. And,
nice.
The lady from the Neisner municipality, Lungiswa, I can't remember her surname. That's very bad. She handles the tourism portfolio, and she was basically saying, this is the big relaunch of kind of a we're back.
It definitely has that feel.
It does, doesn't it?
Well
Lots
done.
more publicity, and she's
that, yeah.
saying from here on we're going to grow and grow and grow. And it seems like it. They've got more sponsors on board. Standard Bank is on board.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just food lovers.
Food Lovers Market, and a few other sponsors. Yeah, so it's
That's
really
very cool.
good. Yeah,
And it does seem like a bunch of Sedgefield, also seeing from the past edition, how many people have kind of jumped on board with this and saying, hey, we can. And man, what cracker weather it's been. I mean, yesterday was a little bit bleak, but it's today just been beautiful, like burger, windy, warm.
Yeah,
and
it's wonderful.
I don't know if it's going to hold out. I remember last year for the marathon, I didn't do it.
Okay.
but I hear tell that they hold the blankets at the start of the race that they throw off.
They keep themselves warm. Yeah, because they all go up to the forest around about 6 o'clock, between 5 and 6. And the 21K race, which is the one with like 7,000 or 8,000 participants.
Whoa.
That only starts at 8. So they got to sit for 2 hours. There are fires very carefully monitored. So or maybe they've changed it to gas heaters now. It might be gas heaters after the Neisner fires. I haven't been up there since.
Okay.
And the marathon starts at 7, but I think that's only 700 entries this year, 700 or 800.
Oh, really?
So
so it's the half marathon.
The half marathon is the
really
more
well
popular
attended.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Very quickly, speaking of fires, did you see the fires out kind of Plet ways? That
Yes.
started from lightning.
Oh, wow.
I think it was from lightning.
Okay.
I saw videos.
Yeah.
People were sending us video, from family. We saw videos of the sky just lighting up.
Oh, wow.
And then it seemed that there were fires from that have kind of been
a
bit out of control, but then not.
Yeah.
So that was just absolutely wild to see.
Yeah, I've watched the fire. We've got an Eden Fire group.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's a guy called David Katz is kind of in control, and he sort of announces, okay, there's a controlled burn here.
Oh, very
there's
helpful.
a runaway wildfire there. It's pretty much right along the garden route.
Okay, so nothing too hectic. Then.
Nothing too hectic.
You would have heard
they
of
will
it.
They will alert us if it's getting close to.
Okay, no, that's super duper good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So with Oyster Festival, we've got a bunch of people coming in. Like I said, it felt like this morning when I was just turning onto the highway that there were a lot of cars. I mean, with Sedgefield, so when there's like 10, then it's what's happening, guys?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, there was that dreadful accident. Did you hear about that?
Yes,
That was this morning.
I'm still going to chat to an eyewitness later today.
Oh, really? Okay.
But apparently 14 people taken to hospital.
Whoa. I saw 11
not
this morning.
Serious.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I may be wrong. The figure I was given was 14.
Okay.
But that may be wrong. But they say it's not. None of them had very serious injuries.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know. It will be in the next edition of The Edge when I get all the details.
Okay. Now that'll be good to see what happened kind of by engine. Also.
Yes.
Very vague kind of things.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And I'm very happy to hear that everyone's all right from that.
So the road between Knysna and Sedgefield will be hectic the next few days. And of course, they're digging it up. So roads
Perfect
department,
timing.
I don't know why, but just by Buffalo Bay, the roadworks start.
Yeah.
As I said, we were there yesterday evening. So on our way in, we had 2 functions to attend.
Yeah.
There was a 5 to 6 o'clock and then a 6 to 8 o'clock. We missed the 5 to 6 o'clock one because we were sat in traffic for about an extra 35 minutes. Just waiting.
Okay, well, hopefully they've got enough sorted out for the weekend and for the next
week. I really
week.
hope so. I've heard that they don't do it in the evenings. In fact, they don't, because on our way back last night it was clear. Yeah. And that they won't do it over the weekend. So let's hope so.
Yeah. We've got a lot happening during the week. Anyways, that's the infrastructure between us and there. But
Yes.
how are we doing with our infrastructure in Sedgefield?
That's a good question. I'd like to report back that our municipality has been outstanding.
Hey, that's something you don't hear all the time, is it?
Well, there's the devil is in the detail.
Yes.
By outstanding, I don't mean they're doing particularly well. So one of the committee for our ratepayers, the ExCo member for our ratepayers, Andy Bruff. Now, he had inquired as to how things were going with regards infrastructure, mostly the roads. So, as most people will know, Sedgefield roads are in a shocking state.
Yeah, it's kind of progressively got worse, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, Well, they've made some of our potholes square in the last week. On Swallow Drive, we have square potholes. Very nice, very neat.
Maybe it's just about just showing some intention.
That's it.
Maybe that's just the people want to see that you know.
Well, maybe they can put paving stones in there. Yes,
that might actually be a good idea.
Do we recall them pot squares? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So outstanding.
So outstanding. So he asked them to give us a rundown for the past 3 months as to what had been done infrastructure-wise with the roads. Okay. Not just for Sedgefield. Give us the beans for the whole of Knysna.
Yeah. And is this like just potholes? Or?
Yes. When I say the whole of Knysna, I mean WHOLE, not HOLE.
We've got
then it would have been the holes of Knysna. So
many of those.
He got back a long list with all the wards listed.
Yeah.
And all the roads that needed work. And they needed work in 3 different categories.
Okay.
One of the categories was potholes and road repairs.
Sure.
The other one was stormwater, manholes, catch pits, outlets, and open drains.
Okay.
And the third one was blading. Now, blading is something they do. Yeah. I thought it was tattoo removal.
Tattoo removal.
And apparently, blading is when they scrape the dirt roads, the gravel roads.
We've got a bunch of gravel roads.
Yes, So they scrape them, make them nice and flat.
Okay, that's grading.
On the report back, it gives you what I would call a key.
Okay.
And it basically says things marked in green have been done, things marked in orange we're about to do, things marked in blue were done a while back. That sort of thing. But one of the one color is red. Things marked in red should have been done but haven't been done.
Oh, okay.
In other words, they are outstanding.
Okay. Now we get there.
Those are the roads that are outstanding. And when Andy Bruff got the sort of diagram, the table of all these things back, there were quite a few, probably about 20 odd altogether. Everything, 20 things altogether.
20 coloured in blocks.
Coloured in blocks.
Okay, tell us the colours.
They were all red.
Every single one?
Every single one was red. So it means
that's an outstanding result.
In the months of April, May, and June this year, nothing has been done. It's all outstanding. So
surely
he actually did send it back to the guy at the municipality. I don't want to mention names. But if you want to know, his wife's name is no.
But if you want to know his street address,
so he wrote back to him. He emailed him back and said, "Look, dude." Well, I don't think he used that word, but he sort of said there must be some mistake.
Yes,
because all these are red.
Surely that can't be.
It means everything's outstanding. Nothing's been done. Come on. Surely there must be some. I mean, I don't know if you have, but when I do a things to do list, I always write 3 things that I've already done on top. So that I can tick them off and feel better.
Make the to-do list. Tick it off.
That's it. Exactly.
Complete one thing on the to-do list.
I'm doing number 2 already. Exactly. Wake up and get out of bed. Wow. I'm getting well ahead of myself.
I'm still on my way.
So he said, surely this is a mistake. Have you maybe labeled them all red?
Did you guys run out of printer ink?
Exactly. So the guy didn't say, yes. Good sorry catch. About that.
Yeah?
Because Andy had said to him, because I need to forward this to our local newspaper and to all our ward committee members, because they're the guys that are keen on this.
Yes.
And the guy said, I'll come back to you. So he didn't say, no, it's a mistake. He said, I'll come back to you.
I'll look into
it. And that was a week ago. Ooh. That's the thing with potholes. You've got to look into them. Who knows what you might find? So he basically, it's very the status remains the same. They're all outstanding. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to worry. All of our road problems are outstanding, and it really tells, especially our square ones. Yeah, they're no longer null and void. They're now outstanding. Though some of the potholes are deep enough to be avoided.
Man,
and they should be avoided.
And you can avoid. You kind of try to navigate through, right? And at some points you find yourself on the wrong side of the road. But if others come along, they get it. I'll let you have your turn. Okay.
That's the nature of the drivers in Sedgeville. We're all such nice people.
Yes, always, all the time.
Always.
Except when. No, I'm not going to go to that.
Don't mention Stop Street or Comma Street.
Or the highway.
Or the highway, yes. Okay.
So I would hope that a lot of this was in the budget. Maybe they ran out of budget, but it is budget season. There were the big meetings about it last week, I believe. And we've got some updates on this?
Well, yeah, there is. For the last 3 or 4 council meetings, they've been waiting for the budget. The mayor has to present a budget.
Yeah.
There's timelines he has to stick to, which we spoke about in the last couple of podcasts. So it finally happened. I think it was last week, or was it Monday this week? Anyway, he presented it.
Yeah. Okay.
And council had to approve it.
Yes.
No, it's when the mayor puts the budget forward. Even if because there's the 2 coalitions, aren't there? The big coalition is the ANC coalition with the PA, the PBI and EFF, and then the other coalition is the DA and the Kim. Independent movement. So the ANC, it's an ANC mayor, so he proposed the budget and it was voted for by his coalition to accept it. Sure. So it has been accepted.
Okay.
The document's out there. It's on the website. It's got to go off to province for their approval. But it's not all good news at all. There's some good news, there's some bad news, but somebody who knows a lot more about it is the same gentleman, Andy Bruff.
Uncle Andy
from the Ratepayers Exco. They talk about it a lot because this is the money that is needed to run our town, to get rid of all those outstanding potholes.
Yeah, to square them up nicely.
That's it. Yeah. So we asked the Ratepayers Association if they would like to sort of give us some info on it.
Yeah.
And they asked Andy to be their spokesperson. And this is something new. We're gonna go into this in the future.
Yeah.
We decided that we're gonna do in a minute. Tell us about this.
Love it.
So this is the first in a minute. So we said to Andy, please tell us your views, the Exco's views on the budget in a minute.
Thanks to everyone who submitted comments on the draft budget. Our Exco worked with the ward committees and the Greater Knysna Business Chamber and also gave extensive input. Some of our concerns are that the overall budget increases are still well over the Treasury guidelines, that Sedgefield-specific projects are not clearly prioritised, and that many of the key capital and maintenance projects, roads in particular, have been pushed out to the next financial year. We also saw a big jump in the rate for refuse, up to 11%, and this is largely due to the new landfill agreement with Garden Route District Municipality. The budget also indicates a reduction for law enforcement across Knysna, and this is seriously concerning given that we really do need to see a greater law enforcement presence across our town. On the positive side, it's encouraging to see that the debtors book is being addressed through improved collections, and there was an allocation for formal housing in Sedgefield. We're now looking forward to seeing those funds allocated to our ward integrated development plan priorities, and we ask for your support and active involvement in ensuring service delivery for Sedgefield.
Thank you very much for that, Uncle Andy.
What a legend, hey? Yeah.
What do you feel like he was referring specifically to us right at the end there, just saying that how much he needs us?
I think so. Yeah,
I feel wanted really and needed. Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah, no, I think he's obviously calling for more Sedgefielders to join the Ratepayers Association. Sure. It's not a lot of money. It's 100 and something a year, I think. Yeah. And they're really working so hard. Really great news that we have that the allocation housing for the housing in Smutsville.
Oh, that is
so great that he mentioned that.
Because that's what disappeared for a little while, right? But now it's reappeared.
Now it's reappeared.
We still got to do something with it. So it's good. It's good news. It's great that it's there.
Yeah.
But
it's got to be, they've got to step forward. They've got to do the work. Otherwise, the budget will be taken away because it's a provincial or a national housing budget. I think, I'm not sure.
Really? Okay.
So if it doesn't get used, it'll be taken away. And as long as it's used in Smutsville, because that's where it's been allocated.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, that'll be good. But a few parts, I think one of the more worrying ones, and it links up a lot with what we've been speaking about around the Dune and just in general, is the reduction in budget for law enforcement.
Yeah, that
doesn't seem like a good one. We've even seen in the past it hasn't been in the past few issues, but previous issues this year, you've spoken about, and we've been able to see, increases in crime and they're like these little waves for us.
Well, yeah, the crime's mostly SAPS's problem, but the breaking of bylaws.
Oh,
which
is what
crime.
This is going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
So law enforcement, noise disturbance, and the big one obviously is the illegal building on the Dune, which we keep banging on that same drum.
I heard banging earlier this morning. Yeah.
But the residents have to bang on the drum because it's not being enforced. And we spoke a while back about law enforcement saying they need at least 30 people to run law enforcement.
There's like
officially
13 or 14?
Yeah, I think it was 12 actually.
12? Oh, yeah.
And now they're having their budget cut. So, that's a scary thing.
That is a tough one, Ham.
Yeah.
And I think one of the tricky parts with that, I don't know, we've spoken about it at length, and it's not going to go away. Yeah. But then there's the frustration gets taken out on people, the people who are on there, and it's still just
it
such a mess.
It causes division, and it's
anger,
horrible.
like an ugly kind of anger, and that frustration of nothing is being done.
That's it. But what we should now look at, which is coming up, I've seen notices around. I'm hoping to get something in next edition of the paper. Yeah, there's a thing called the Spatial Development Framework for Sedgefield. That's a thing coming up.
Framework.
And that's where we look at how the town should grow. I'm hoping outwards. I'm hoping they'll find room for people who need space to live. Yeah. I really hope. So it's not on the Dune.
Safe place.
Safe place.
Not safe on the Dune.
Yeah.
is the big cry, I think, and that's what it should be.
Yeah. So I'd like to actually put a call out to Sedgefield at large to get involved in that process.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And to push for more land for the people to be moved to. I don't know if you can move people, but the people, if they can't build on the dune, maybe they will build there if that's a space they're allowed to build.
That's it. If there is there, that's definitely a tricky issue. There was one of the meetings, I think it was earlier this week, was also speaking about people who were at the dump in the refuse place, in Neisner, and also kind of moving people along there and saying, so I think there is a level of we can, but how do we get involved?
I think the spatial development framework, there's going to be a document out there.
Okay.
I think that there are going to be meetings. I hope that there are going to be meetings so that we can look at it and discuss it and workshop it. Yeah. But there was just a notice that was circulated a couple of days ago.
Okay, awesome.
As I say, I'm hoping I have, I'm going to put it to them to give us some more information on it.
Okay, hopefully it makes the next edition.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. One of the really nice things that is coming, or that's actually started and kind of is coming up, is this big push for entrepreneurship.
Yeah, right? That's really, really great.
Yeah. So we know, especially in our little town, how severely important it is. I mean, this is true. I'm in education, right? So teaching, everything like that.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the big things that every parent wants, and is for their kids to be able to cope and live in the world at large. And especially at this time in the world, I could say South Africa, but let me just stick with South Africa, especially in South Africa, where you're not just getting a degree and that assures you that you're going to have a job, that you're going to have work. No, definitely not anymore. And now what we need is people who know how to take their great idea and then turn it into something, because ideas are cheap.
Yes,
every day I sitting with kids and even young adults and teenagers, they've got these amazing ideas, but it's the turning it into something. So what's this
Well, it's a great thing. It's called New Venture Creation, and I bumped into the man, one of the team last night, Stephen de Vries.
Over oysters and champagne. As one does.
So it's called New Venture Creation, and they're having one specific for Sedgefield. Nice. And it's basically saying, for all of you entrepreneurs who have a small business, an idea for a small business, let us give you the skills to bring it to life.
Oh, cool.
So exciting,
cool.
So positive.
Sure.
So they've had a couple of initial meetings. I think there was about 14, 15 people that came along, people with ideas. One or two had to
14
leave.
or 15 new businesses.
Yeah. And look, it's between the age of 18 and 35. I think one or two had to leave because they were older than the thing. So I don't know why the age is a criteria, but they've got to draw the line somewhere.
There's youth development that. I'm 36, so I've just missed it.
What a pity! What a pity! Yes, I've missed it by several decades as well. But they basically saying, bring your idea. I love the line they used. They said, learn more about creating your new future.
Jeez.
Now, how many people are sitting at home? There's people with degrees, like you mentioned earlier. They can't get work. They can't rely on other people to give them work because there just isn't. But to start your own idea, to have the advice on things like running accounts, marketing, simple things like how to write an email application.
That is a skill.
Yes.
If you can write, if you can clearly communicate, and if you're building up those skills, that gives you a massive leg up on the competition. If you can just speak to people nicely and clearly communicate your idea, and
that's it. If you know how to apply for finance, if you know how to fill in your taxes, all those things. You may be a brilliant hairdresser or something like that, but you might not have those skills. So it's really great that they're giving these guys the foot up, the leg up,
yes,
to make them outstanding in their fields. Yeah, so very exciting to have that. Okay. We'll get it's a team thing that Masatandani is going to lead. So that's great because they're a very reliable group, charity group, and they've got their finger on the pulse to make sure that funds are spent wisely, the way they should be spent.
Definitely. And they're in the community serving it very well. It's not just a fly-by-night thing. So somebody is keen for this. Can they get more information?
Well, no, it's pretty much the entrepreneurs or the would-be entrepreneurs have pretty much been chosen as far as I know.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
So they've been selected. Cool all of them that qualified. So we will be watching them.
Okay.
I'm hoping that because there's such a wealth of retired information.
I was going to say
holders.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yeah.
So we're hoping that the next thing along will be a call for that. Do you have ideas in marketing? Do you have so people can be advised because we've got a wealth of knowledge in this town.
And it's largely untapped. There are some cool get-togethers that I know they do have for some of these things, but a lot of it is just kind of lecturing with each other, rather than kind of down. And I know as a I still think relatively close to youthful kind of person. Just how essential and just how needed and how appreciated it is when we do get that information and that knowledge. So also really hoping that people do step up to that.
Me too. I think
I want to make sure and really want to work on Sedgefield just being awesome for my children, for the generations to come.
That's it.
And so hopefully let's hope that the infrastructure is sorted.
Oh, yes, let's hope that
you wanted to say absolutely. I've been trying to catch you.
I wanted to say absolutely.
I finally got my coffee yesterday, by the way. Thank you very much for that. It was delicious.
My pleasure. And I won't say my absolute pleasure because that would put me in the...
There we go.
But I think it's just been outstanding.
There we go. Outstanding's the new one. I like it.
Outstanding is the new buzzword.
Thanks so much, Bomber. Thank you, everyone. Hope that you all enjoy the Oyster Festival and let us know what you think. You can drop us voice notes. We're posting on YouTube regularly now. It's coming through there. Drop us in the comments. Let us know what you think.
And please share with all your friends and family in the area and even not in the area.
There we go. Everyone all around. Wear it on a shirt. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye now.